So hello everybody. I've been getting asked to go through Kucoin, so I'm just going to show you right now, start to finish, how you can use Kucoin, placing trades on spot and on features. So first, once you type in Kucoin into the domain bar, it's going to come up and it's going to say sign up here. So you need to sign up, create an account, and then you also need to send in some personal details to get verified on this account. I advise that that's the first thing that you do, because verification can be a bit of a nightmare and it can take quite some time. So as long as you're verified, you'll have no problem depositing funds, withdrawing funds, and all the rest of the things. So once you are verified, what you need to do is, first of all, you need to buy some crypto. So we're going to go here and we're going to go buy crypto. So you can either transfer it from your bank, you can do it via a third-party company, which is Benexa or Simplex, or you can just from your debit card. This way it is faster, it'll land in this account a lot quicker, and you're not left in midair waiting for it to be transferred via any of these two. So first you'll go to fast buy, then you're wanting to buy USDT. If none of you know what USDT is a virtual representation of a US dollar basically. It's also a stable coin and its official name is Tether. Tether doesn't really move or fluctuate no more than 0.5% or 1% a day in either direction. So it is known as a stable coin. So if you have $1,000 in there and the markets crash, the worst case scenario, you might end up with 999. So that's why USDT is a good base currency to hold in any exchange, and it's always advisable to trade with USDT. I just find it easier. It's just, yeah, it's a lot more compatible with everything. So once you've bought some USDT here, we're going to buy $1,000 worth. You'll click buy. You'll go through the mix, whether you want to do it through your bank balance, however you want to deposit it, buy USDT. So once you've bought USDT, the money is going to land into your main account, right? So you've got 4 different accounts here. You've got 5. You've got main, trading, margin, futures, and financial. Right, inside your main account, this is where everything lands. All mine are inside of my my trading accounts, but inside your main account, once you purchase it, you'll notice that you've got $1,000 in USDT here. Right, perfect. Now you're ready to trade. So first things you need to do is go to the markets. Now, if you want into spot buy, then you need to obviously click on spot, and anything that's traded on the USD stablecoin USDT pair is compatible with your USD that you've just purchased. So you can actually purchase anything on that list and trade anything on that list with USDT. So that's how you place a trade. So I'll go in and I'll show you how we're going to place a spot trade first. So first of all, you'll go to you'll click on markets, click on spot, click on the desired currency pair that you are wanting to trade. Next, you're going to be asked to put in a password down here. Make sure that password's always in, and then here it tells you how much you've got in your assets, how much you've got in your main account, and how much you've got in your trading account. Now, I don't have much in this trading account. I've got dollars, but in this main account. But I'm just going to show you here how it is you can do it. So right, so first of all, then you'll come to this this chart. So plotting through TradingView, you're going to know where your entry prices are, where you're looking to place a trade, and why. So right here, you're going to say, right, here we are. We've got a Bitcoin trade that's currently open. So here you see you have your assets overview. This will tell you how much initial balance you've actually got inside of this account. Then you've got your main account, then you've got your trading account, and once again this will show you how much you've got in Bitcoin or in USDT. If you do need to transfer, click this transfer button and transfer from account to account. Right now you're only going to need main account, trading account, and futures account. You'll click on USDT, you'll click available here. That'll then automatically put in the maximum and you'll press confirm. Once you've done that, you'll now have balance down here. So the fact that now you've got balance down here, you're ready to make a trade. So I assume everybody knows what a limit order is and what a market order is. If you don't, then I advise you to go back through the ebook and look at the orders. This is very important. This is a very important thing you need to know before even placing a trade. So what is a limit order? A limit order basically triggers an order at a specified price. So right now price action's at 44,091, right? That's the current price action it's telling me there. So if I click that and I put, say, my amount that I want to buy inside of here, that's going to generate an order to buy at this given price. Now, this is useful because if if I'm charting and say, for whatever reason, right, I think Bitcoin's going to come back down to the $32,000 mark, I'm then going to put in there 32,362. Then obviously once I've put my amount in and pressed bought, this is then going to trigger me a spot buying price at that fucking... It's going to then trigger an order to buy a price at that specified price that I've just put in here. The same thing with selling, and that's how you reverse it. So if you've got, say, $1,000 in here and you want to use 100% of it, you'll click 100% and then it'll give you 100% of your balance in Bitcoin, right? So this is where it gets a little bit tricky when you're trading crypto, because you need to know how much something's worth, what the value of it is before you actually start buying, so, or selling even. So say you've got $1,000 in there and you want to buy 500 bucks, you'd click 50%. 50% of 1,000 is 500. That'll then give you the denomination that you need in Bitcoin value to be able to buy $500 worth. Then you click buy, that's your order set. Lovely. So what happens if you're thinking, right, I don't want to set an order on a limit, I just want to buy it at current market price. So if you want to do that, market price basically gives you any order that's inside of this order book. And these are the current just bought prices now. So it'll give you anywhere from 44,122 to 44,166. So that's something to be aware of. You're never really buying a pump, or you're never really selling a crash, because it's going to give you the worst order possible. But market orders aren't bad when price is quite steady like this. So that's how you do a market order, and then just reverse it for a sell order. So hopefully everybody's up to key on that. So that's how you do a spot order. So next, what I'm going to show you how to do is a futures order. So next we need to go into trade, derivatives, futures classics. This is then going to bring you up this window pane right here, right? So this is futures. You can see here that as orders set out a little bit different. I've got $3,000 in this account and this current trade open here since down here. So this is the current trades that I've got open. As you can see here, these are 3 trades that have been inside this week, and this is currently where we sit right now. So if I was wanting to place an order, say to buy at 44,121, I'd put 4,121. That's the current price on a limit order. We've just gone through this. So a limit is the buy at a specified price or a specified value. So we're going to buy at 4,121. So you can see here price has already jumped. So if you've looked at that and you've put that in, you're going to miss that order. It's not going to activate. So this is why limit orders are good if you're placing them out of the way and for an order to activate when you're not really there. Otherwise, market orders are quite fine at this point in time. To get a market order, you just click on this lightning bolt here. This then gives you the market price or the limit price. So we'll do a limit price. So I'm saying, well, I'm not saying, but let's assume Bitcoin is going to come all the way down and it's going to crash all the way to 43,769 as it's marked there, right? So I want to use, if I choose 100% of my balance, sorry, we're not doing any leverage right now as well. You do this at your own risk. I'm telling you, start off with 1 times leverage until you get used to the whole placing trades. So right now, if I'm wanting to buy at that point at 1x leverage and I want to buy 100%, I need to buy 0.07 of a Bitcoin to give me a leveraged amount of $3,000 in margin. Margin is basically how much leeway you have once you go into a negative equity. And then that once you've gone into negative equity, it'll give you a liquidation price. Once price hits that liquidation price, you'll lose everything out of your account. So that's why it's very important to understand what you're doing with this before you run. So just do it on 1x leverage. You're not going to get liquidated, I promise you. So right, straight away we've established we're going to buy 100% of my balance worth in Bitcoin at 1x leverage. Perfect. Next we're going to set some parameters. So we're going to set a take profit. So if we're getting in a price at 43,769, we might want to take it at 44 whole. And say we're being quite conservative, we'll put a stop loss at 43,500. So do you see how these figures, and you should all know what a take profit and a stop loss is, that's the entry price. it'll come up in green, and then your stop loss will be below and your take profit will be above. Now these only activate sometimes, I don't know why, but look, I'm not wanting to take 100% of my balance, because when we're trading futures, you only ever use 3% of your balance. Now to work out 3% of your balance, you can use this calculator up here in the top right hand corner and just play about with these settings, putting in your entry price and your close price and the size of your actual trade, how much leverage you've got, and it'll give you here the actual cost and the return of earnings that you're going to get over that initial trade should it be successful. The same for a short. If you're wanting to use 100% of your balance and figure out a liquidation price as opposed to a stop loss, then you use the liquidation price chart, and I don't really use the close price chart, so I can't advise on that. So right now you've been aware that we're buying Bitcoin at 43,769. We're using 100% of his balance, but we're not. So to use 3% of my balance, how would you figure that out without using that calculator? So what I do, quick and easy, I go on 25%, I half it, then I half it again, basically. So I know, say that's 18, that's 9, that's 4.5. So 0.17, 0.045. So that's... So that's what I'd use, 0.004. That tells me that I'm going to place a trade and it's going to cost me $175 to place, and I've got $175 until my liquidation point. So you can exceed this amount if you go on high leverage and markets crash and you've got things like auto deposit on here. So turn that off. I'm not going to take this trade because last time I did that it screwed up my leverage, but then you'd go buy. That's going to then give you an order down here, and it's going to be in open orders until it's activated. Once that trade is activated, it's then going to be seen in your positions. You'll know straight away if your take profit or if your stop loss has been taken into consideration, because it'll have the figures here. If there's no figures here, you are not protected by a stop loss and you don't have a take profit. So for there, you need to click on that little drawing box, and then you need to re-enter the values here of 44,000 and a stop loss of 43,500. So if I'm in this trade and I've gone a bit too high leverage and I'm unsure on how much I'm going to lose, or where my liquidation point is or anything like that, if you place a trade and you go into this little drawing box here and this comes up, so you can see here in this box that when you press confirm, it's going to tell me that if price climbs above 44,500, my estimate profit would be 5,487 USD. If price was to drop to 43,500 and my stop loss be activated, I would lose $105 USDT. So do you see now, guys, how that's very relevant? And also useful in your trading ability. So I hope this is a little bit clearer than the video I've just posted. Please, obviously, take extreme care when you're trading with leverage, guys, and when you're placing a trade. If you're not sure, ask me. I've figured out how we can do group voice calls now in the Discord, so we might be able to set one of them up tonight if everybody's still struggling. But ultimately, that's how you trade on Kucoin, and that's how you spot buy, and that's how you trade derivatives, or also known as futures. Now, let me know, please, if this was helpful. Let me know if it was insightful, and let me know if you fully understood it. Yeah, enjoy, guys, and happy trading.